this video was hard to make. Even pros struggle with knowing and deciding what to do in the mid to late game. And they are 5 premates who practice a lot as a team. But I've done my best and I believe that this video will be of big help. Let's get into it. You'll generally know that the laning phase is over once the first enemy tier 1 turret has been destroyed. Or a good rule of thumb is that when the plates fall at 14 minutes in, the laning phase is somewhat over. You don't have to rotate at that exact point, you can rotate before or after. Your games will be different every time, and rotating at exactly 14 minutes every game will be troll. Once the laning phase is over, you and your ADC should rotate towards a lane where the enemy tier 1 turret still stands. If both top and mid turrets are up, you should go mid rather than top. So your team has 2 more players centered in the map, which applies pressure on both sides of the mid lane instead of just one. When you take the first tower in the game, you are probably ahead, strong, and have more push power than anyone else in the game. Which means you should use that push power somewhere where it's safe. Once you've taken the tier 1 turret, you shouldn't walk up for the tier 2 because you'll expose yourself to flanks and ambushes, risking that you throw away your lead instead of expanding it. It is much smarter to go mid, where you don't have to walk up that far to push, rather than staying bot, where you'll probably die. And while you're pushing mid, your mid laner should, in theory, be satisfied last hitting minions safely near their tower. However, as you'll experience over and over again, your teammates are fucking idiots. And while exhibiting negative macro knowledge, they are still somehow also incapable of comprehending the most basic of commands. So, I bid you good luck and offer my sincerest condolences, as knowledge can truly be pain. If you have not taken the bot tower, but the child groomer or the elo inflated mage abuser have, then you should swap with them, as that means they push faster than you. And in that scenario, you can either try to 2v1 the opponent if you think that's a good idea, pressure them out of the lane by building up waves and attempting to push the tower, or you can leave the ADC to farm safely near the tower while you assist your team elsewhere. A big part of the mid to late game revolves around objectives. This is another big subject that I felt I should go deeper into. Therefore, I am making a separate video on objectives and how you should play around them as both individuals and as a team. I am already cooking up the script, and I can tell you that there's a huge tip that I've not found anywhere else on the internet that you should be utilizing every game. So, if you don't want to miss out, then click that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I will be back. This next one is more specific to Pyke, but it should work for other supports too. In mid to late game, as a team, you should almost never ARAM mid. If they do, try to tell them to side lane, while you should hover between your teammates, so you can more easily react to a fight in more than one place. So, you shouldn't be in one specific lane, unless there's a fight already happening. You should instead be the River King, the Lord of the River. Nah, but seriously, play in the river, between the 2 lanes you want the most pressure in. And pay attention to where a fight might be brewing, because that's where you'll be needed. An important role for the support in the mid to late game is to take control over areas by placing wards. This gives your team info, prio, and playmaking potential. Without vision, you have no info, and without info, you can never make a safe or consistent play. It is equally important to remove wards to deny the enemy's info, limiting them and making them scared to go anywhere. This again gives your team more playmaking potential and can, for example, be used to fake an objective and get picks on the enemies. All clips used in my videos are from my Twitch stream, which is live almost every day. Feel free to come say hi. I coach every role and even teams, but mostly support. I currently charge $15 per hour, which is almost a third of an average pro coach. Eventually, those prices will go up, so I reckon you should sign up now. Links to both Coaching Coven and Twitch will be in the description down below. And if you like this type of content, then leave a like or even a comment if you have anything you'd like to say. Either way, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video on objectives.